For WeAreSC, I'm Lyndsey Lopes, here with Erik McKinney at the first day of spring ball scrimmages. It was a great day for the receivers today with a power squad of Amon-Ra St. Brown. You have Michael Pittman, Tyler Vaughns, who I think will be a huge benefactor for USC this year. You have Tyler Vaughns, who is just very sneaky and he's there when you need him. He gets right in the pocket and he's very good at just popping up when you need him. And then you have Michael Pittman, who I think has a great combination of size and speed that really work to his advantage. And then you have Amon-Ra St. Brown. That kid is just special.
It was a phenomenal day for Amon-Ra St. Brown today. We saw him a one-handed catch, got open deep, a really nice kind of over-the-shoulder catch during one-on-ones. And I think when you talk about the quarterback competition here, they're getting a lot of help from some of the wide receivers, and that was certainly on display today.
Absolutely. I think with his strength in movement, speed, and his reach, he's going to be a huge benefactor for the USC offense.
Yeah, and moving from wide receiver, I think at running back spot, we saw the return of Stephen Carr and Vavai Malapai. They have the flu. They were held out of full contact stuff. So Marquise Stepp went today, and he has been unbelievable this spring. He had a play today where he was tackled by 2 players at the line of scrimmage, somehow didn't go down, fought through another 5 or 6 for a 15-yard gain, and that's sort of the thing that we've seen from Stepp. I think this spring has been big for him, taking that step forward. Right now, you're seeing the defensive line ahead of the offensive line. I don't think that's a surprise. There's a ton of experience. You have Jay Tufele and Marlon Tuipiloto, Brandon Peely, and Christian Rector. There's just name after name on the defensive line. And right now, they are doing a great job under Coach K. He has talked about playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage. And it's one of those things where you're looking at the offense right now, and they're doing a good enough job of keeping them off, but the pocket is definitely collapsing. The defensive line, I think, right now is playing really well. I think you saw that a little bit today when things went live. Guys getting around the edge, and really those names I mentioned being able to collapse up front, right up the middle.
I agree. We had some really great vets coming as well to kind of inspire the guys, and I'm sure inspire the recruits as well. We had big names like Adoree Jackson, Rasheem Green. We had Uchenna out there, so I'm sure a lot of inspiration for the guys.
Yeah, it's always good to see those guys come back. And in a situation like this, again, you mentioned the first scrimmage of spring, people everywhere, fans here, former players, a ton of recruits here. And so the atmosphere was what you would want it to be. When you say scrimmage today, I don't think it was a full practice of scrimmage, but you got enough hitting, enough live action. I think you got a good sense of what was going on. And Coach Clay Helton, after practice, he said it was really upbeat and he was happy with the way things have gone. The last 2 practices, really back-to-back practices that he was happy with.
Today was an unbelievable day. It was great to have a competitive atmosphere. It's really our opportunity to get everybody off the field today and really see some live work and let the guys compete and have fun. I thought it was back-to-back days of very competitive atmosphere and be able to see kind of where we're at.
Are you concerned about Talanoa after he went down?
Yeah, we'll see. He's been in a non-contact this whole time and just fell and something tweaked. So we'll have to see exactly what it is. The good news is we are in spring. It is March, and like I told him, he'll be 100% by the time we get to fall camp.
And Vavai were back there?
Yeah, we've had a string of the flu run through us, and they were out the first 2 practices early this week, and got them back today. Really with the off week of spring break plus missing Tuesday and Thursday, we just wanted to get some functional football movement before we get into live contact with them again. So got them lathered up today. They got to play a little bit in some individual work, and they'll be back next week.
Talk about Marquise
Stepp. Yeah, we saw it last year, being able for him to gain a little game experience in the 4 games that he got to play, still be redshirted, big physical back. And really, when you get in those live periods, you see his value. A lot of times, everybody thinks they're getting him sometimes when they thud him up or touch him. That's a big man to get to the ground, and by far had a great day today. really with all three quarterbacks today, you know, I didn't see a ton of critical errors. We had a tip ball interception in a blitz pickup period, but it looked like everybody was getting everybody lined up. It looked smooth. Yeah, JT did a nice job today. I look forward to watching the film. I can give you more on Tuesday.
JT said he was looking to be more vocal coming into this year. Was that something that was hard for him coming in as a true freshman and graduating the year early?
I think he did a good job last year of earning the respect of the guys. You know, it's when you're coming in and you're a rookie and having the availability, you got to do it by action first. You know, you got to show up early every day. You got to give your best effort every day. You got to produce every day. And then as you show and gain that respect, then you can start being vocal. You know, you just don't walk in as a guy that's supposed to be in his senior year and all of a sudden be that type of leader. You had dynamic guys in Cam and Porter and those type of men. That was their role. But, you know, as quarterbacks always, as they produce and gain respect, yeah, you want to be able to see that vocal.
You mentioned him pouring in about putting in core strength. Is that showing up?
Yeah, you know, he's down to 211 right now. I think him and Jack are like 210, 211 right now. And Maddie's right at it. All three of them look extremely fit. And you can tell in this offense there is some movement that you got to be able to do. There's going to be times you're going to need to create with the end of the offense. Somebody falls down and you got to create in the pocket. But he's got rid of some of the baby fat. He's toned up. He's around 211 right now. He was bragging the other day and has really trimmed down. Looks good.
What was he before?
I think he was right around. He was right at the 220 level.
Okay.
Anytime that you gain a year, I've seen it with each and every quarterback. You know, when you're in a college-style strength and conditioning program, you're adding core strength, you're adding overall strength, you're adding mobility and quickness. And, you know, going from year one to year two, you know, I've watched all our quarterbacks just grow. Matt, I was kidding with Matt that when he first got here, he was a skinny string bean, and now he's a full-grown horse. I mean, he looks great, and Jack has always been kind of razor-like in his body, but all three guys look like college quarterbacks.
How would you just assess what the offense is at this practice?
I'm very pleased. You know, it's not perfect. I think today was a reality check for us because I don't think the guys, until you get everybody on the sideline and say, okay, hey, we're playing real live ball, the ball's going to move, we're playing first, second, and third down, whatever happens, you don't realize how fast it goes and how fast you got to get your eyes back for the next play and how fast you got to get lined up to be able to keep the defense off base. So today was a really good day to kind of test reality. The ball moved very well up and down the field, so I'm pleased.